versus Thrall.
Hello and welcome. My name's Tarmack. We're doing some videos with the basic priest deck. You can get all of these cards, again, just by leveling your priest up to level 10. That's it, that's all. It doesn't cost you any money or anything like that. So I'm going to throw away the Gurubashi Berserker. We'd like that later in the game. Swamp Ooze and Northshire Cleric are good for the start. We'll see what our other pull is going to be. Holy Smite, excellent. And what else? And there's our Berserker back. Again, a little bit early, but that's okay.
Is someone injured?
Job's done.
Now, the Northshire Cleric gets us some draws, assuming it doesn't die too quickly. Now, depending on what he puts down, we may be able to pull a little bit of damage against it. Now, at this point, though, I think the Ooze is probably the best move. I mean, we could have done a little bit of damage, and I'd like to get a taunt up. Anything to avoid that first hit going against our Northshire Cleric. But other than that, we're doing okay so far. Now, turn 3. If he drops anything that has maybe a 2 damage or something like that, although that seems unlikely if he's blowing the coin now. Okay, so our Northshire Cleric has survived that onslaught, which is excellent news. And we will Power Word Shield and heal to get ourselves a couple of card draws and get our Cleric up to 5 hit points. Excellent. And then we've got a Shieldmasta we can do in turn 4.
Right away.
And we'll throw our 1 damage against him just so we don't waste it. Odd for him to not have anything. Well, I guess that's not necessarily true. I mean, he did throw away his Lightning Storm, which is Overload. What Overload does is it makes, in this particular case, there's the 2 in brackets. It makes 2 of your mana not usable in the next turn. So he only had 1 mana left that he could use. Thus why I assume he didn't have anything he could do. So as I said, we're going to do the Shieldmasta here.
Right away.
Again, anything to try and keep our Cleric up there as long as possible. We've already got a reasonable amount of value out of it. 2 damage so far, and a card draw, although we did use a Power Word Shield on it. So that kind of makes it a 2 mana play. Now this turn he has access back to those 2 mana that he lost in the previous. So I'd expect maybe something like a Chillwind Yeti or the Shieldmasta himself on his side to come out. Now I don't know if I like the idea of blowing Holy Smite so early, but if it is a Shieldmasta... Oh, or not. Okay, that's fine. So he's going to do what ultimately is a bit of a... I would almost call it a bit of a silly play, because we can wipe both of both of our attacks against this, and that's perfectly fine. That kills it. And from there, we can drop a heal. And probably on our Cleric, again, as I say, I want to keep that alive as much as possible. So we get ourselves a card draw as well as keeping the board clear. Not too shabby. Now, the only thing from here that we could do is we could, throw Holy Smite, but that's a much better play to hold on to Holy Smite. It kills things much better later on. Alright, so my poor Shaman friend has made a huge mistake. He doesn't know it yet, but he's made a huge mistake. So he's lost 3 mana next turn. He's only on 5, which means he's only going to have access to 2 mana in the next turn. And I have this wonderful Shadow Word Death sitting right here. Now, I think that, at the end of the day, we need to start getting some more cards out. So we'll drop the Novice Engineer into play as well. And our Shadow Word Death on his wondrous little taunt. A little bit of damage in his direction, and one of the earliest concedes that I have seen yet. Poor Shaman. My name is Tarmack. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Priest Basic deck. Again, you can get this just by leveling your Priest up to level 10. There's a link in the description below the video that has all of the different cards and explanation as to why they're important, what they do for you. That's all I got for you. Thanks. Cheers. Bye-bye.